Hey everyone, so for today's tutorial I did this cream contour look. It is called how to cream contour because it'll be like the first of many videos that I do as to how to. I want to do like a how to do eyebrows, how to put on eyelashes, how to do a cut crease, because I know that those can be things that some people struggle with. So I want to do step-by-step videos to hopefully allow you guys to learn how to do these things and feel a lot more comfortable doing them. So the very first video that I decided to do with this series was a how to cream contour, because I know a lot of people like a contoured look but they're not 100% sure how to achieve it. Some people can get scared to apply too much product or too little product, or they're just not comfortable with the blending process. So hopefully after watching this video it answers a lot of your questions and that you guys feel a lot more comfortable with it. But yeah, this is pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I truly do hope that you enjoy watching this video. Alright, so I went ahead and did my eyebrows, and I concealed my eyelids a little bit. I didn't do any eyeshadow because since the main focus of the video is going to be to show you guys how I cream contour, I didn't really worry about like doing an eyeshadow look. So now I'm going to be priming my face, and I'm using my Too Faced Hangover Primer. So when you're gonna cream contour and you're gonna prime, you gotta make sure that you're using a primer that you trust, that you've used before, because if you use a primer that like you've never used before, everything that you put on top could end up looking really bad. So you want to make sure that when you're gonna cream contour, you're using like a primer that you trust and that you know your makeup's gonna look nice in. Alright, now I'm going to be moving on to my foundation, my base, and I'm going to be using the two NARS product, the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation and the Tinted Moisturizer. Now, as I said with the primer, the same goes with the foundation. Use a foundation that you trust, because if you're trying out a new foundation and you're cream contouring, you're either going to blame the foundation or you're going to blame the cream contour. One or the other, if it ends up not looking right. So you want to stick to what you know, especially when you're going to cream contour, because if the foundation is a little bit too dry, your cream contour might not blend out as good as you would want it to. So that's why I emphasize stick to what you know. Use the foundations that you trust and that you know will not do you dirty. Now, of course, if you just want to try a new foundation out and see how it wears while you're cream contouring, then that's totally fine. That's up to you. But I'm talking in a perspective where like you want to cream contour because you know you're gonna go out, you know you're gonna be taking pictures, and you want to look good. So if that's you, then I wouldn't trust trying a new foundation out, because like I said, anything could go wrong and you wouldn't want to mess up your makeup look. So if you know you're gonna be out taking pictures and like you don't want your foundation to look ugly, you want it to look flawless, stick to what you know. But of course, if you just want to test the waters and try new things, then that's fine as well. Just, you know, make sure you know when to do it, when to try it out and when not to. So I'm gonna put 2 pumps of the foundation on the back of my hand, and then probably just like a squirt or 2 of the tinted moisturizer. This is like a little bit, but with these 2 products, a little bit goes a long way, so it's fine. Now I'm just going to apply this to my face. Alright, now to blend this out, because it is a cream consistency, a liquid consistency, I'm going to use a beauty blender. But if I were using like, let's say like a stick foundation, then I'd probably go in with a brush. But yeah, so I'm just going to go in with my sponge and blend it out. Okay, so now that I have my base all done, I'm gonna move on to applying my concealer. I'm gonna be going in with my Tarte Shape Tape concealer. I swear this is like the only concealer I ever use, but I actually want to buy a new one that's also by Tarte that just came out. I mean, I don't know if it just came out, but like it's new to me. It's called the Tarte Creaseless Concealer. It looks a lot like this. I don't know if it's any good, so I'll probably just buy it over the weekend and try it out, because I do want to try like a new concealer, because I feel like this is all I ever use. So okay, so as you can see, I applied some concealer under my eye. I mixed these two shades to get the perfect shade for me. I didn't want anything too bright, but I didn't want something too dark, so I mixed the two to get the perfect shade for me. And then when I blend this out, I'm gonna go like in a triangular motion, so that way it gives a lot more shape to my under eye area. So I'm just gonna go in. Now at this point, I would normally set this part before moving on to the other eye, but because I still have my contour to go, I'm not gonna set yet. And I also like to bring it on the sides of my nose, because eventually that'll help once I have like my contour and all that in, so that it makes my nose look a lot more pinched and whatnot. Now you can go on to highlighting other parts of your face. Normally when I do the other parts of my face, I go in with like the little bit of the darker concealer, because I don't want it to be too bright. But normally the other places I would add concealer to would be my chin, my forehead, and then the bridge of my nose. So with this concealer, with this shade, it allows me to have my face look evened out with my under eyes in terms of like brightness, but it's nothing too crazy, because like I said, like I don't want to bring too much attention to it, like especially my chin. Like I feel like I have a pretty big chin, like I'm sure I do. So if I were to like use a brightening concealer, I feel like it would bring even more attention to it, which is something I do not want. Okay, now that I have this done, I'm gonna be moving on to the cream contour. Now, I always use this stippling brush. This is the EcoTool Seamless Stippling Brush. I forgot how much I got this for, but I do remember that it was on sale, so I definitely didn't get it for the original price. And the concealer that I use is this LA Girl Pro Concealer, and this is in the shade Beautiful Bronze. I know that a lot of people hate this concealer because it says that they say that it dries up on them a lot, which is true. It does dry up on me a lot too, but that's only if I don't work quickly with it. So if you mind like having to work quickly with it, then I don't recommend this. But if you don't mind, if you're just like, you know, willing to just blend as soon as you put it on, then this will be perfect for you. And despite the fact that it dries really quickly, I actually really do like this shade and the color that it gives my skin. So that's why I continue to use it. But yeah, so this is what I do. I take off the top obviously, and then usually I'll still have like excess product on the tips, so I won't worry about squeezing any more out. But in the case that I do need to squeeze some out, it's the littlest bit ever, because this concealer a little bit goes a long way, and then if you apply too much, it'll be hard to blend it out because of how it dries so quickly. So you do want to work with a little bit at a time, and then if you feel like you need more, then you can always go in with more, but it's better for you to start with a little bit and then build your way up as usual. So yeah, so I'm just gonna go right here and I'm gonna apply just like really randomly, like little stripe. and I'm only applying it in that specific area, and then I'm gonna go in and blend it out. And then I'm going to drag the excess on my forehead and temples. Just like that. And then I don't want like this weird difference between my bronze and my concealer, so then I always just blend it out. And then I'm going to do the same with the other side. Yeah, so as you can see, like, I have a lot more color to my face, and it's really subtle, so that's why I really like this cream contour shade. Now of course, if you wanted more, you could always go in with more, but to me this is good because I then go in with my powder contour, and then I sort of set this concealer so it adds extra color and extra definition. So I only do a little bit of this so that way when I put the powder over it still looks really nice. But yeah, so okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply the littlest bit on my nose, and put a little bit there because this will give the illusion of a pinched nose. And then with my finger I'm gonna blend this out. And then I'm gonna go in with my concealer and apply it on the sides of my nose to sort of like clean it up a little bit. I'm gonna blend it out with my sponge. So now your nose looks like a lot more pinched, but it's like subtle. It's nothing crazy, nothing dramatic. It's just a nice contour. Okay, so now that you have like all the cream products down, now you're gonna want to set your under eyes. When it comes to choosing a powder for baking, you got to think about what you're going to be doing that day. So are you going to be taking pictures? Because if so, you're going to want to choose a powder that you know isn't going to give you flashback. But if you're just, you know, going out on an errand, nothing important, then sure, you can use whatever powder. It doesn't matter if it usually gives you flashback or not because you're not going to be taking any pictures. So for me, I'm going to be using the Airspun powder, which does give a little bit of flashback, but it's fine because I'm literally going nowhere. I'm getting ready to go nowhere. So by the time I'm done recording this video, I'm just gonna take it off and then go to sleep because it's I think it's like 9 o'clock or something like that. So yeah, I'm just not going anywhere. But anyways, I'm gonna take this little sponge and I'm gonna use it to bake. I actually have a love-hate relationship with this powder because when you apply it, it makes such a mess. Like, powder goes flying everywhere. And I'm not just saying that because it's a loose powder, so you think it would. No, like, this is like on another level. Like, as soon as you open it, there's like fucking powder all over the place. But anyways, I'm just gonna apply this. And again, I'm applying it like on the side of my nose so that it blends out with the cream product I had put to contour it. And then I'm gonna also do this in like a V shape. And then fill that area in with powder. I'm also gonna take like this edge of the sponge and I'm gonna put it along the bridge of my nose. Okay, now while that is setting, I'm going to set my cream contour. So I'm gonna go in with my Too Faced Cocoa Contour Kit. This is in the shade light to medium. And then I'm gonna be going in with this BH Cosmetics brush. You can choose like your favorite brush that you usually use to contour with. I'm just going in with this one, so I'm gonna dip into that shade right there and then set it. Now that I have that done, now I'm gonna set the bottom portion of my contour so that it looks a lot more clean. So I'm gonna take the same powder and the same little sponge I was using and I'm gonna clean it up. Okay, so by now the powder has been sitting on my under eye for like a little while, so I'm gonna go ahead and dust it off now with this Real Techniques setting powder brush. So really quickly, I just want to mention that the blush I'm going to use is this Morphe palette. And I'm going to be going in with the shade Unapologetic. I actually really recommend that people get this blush palette because it's literally so useful. Like if you're just going to go somewhere and you need to pack your makeup, you literally have like so many options in one palette. And I also did my nose highlight, but another thing or another trick you want to do if you want the illusion of a pinched nose is to draw or to add highlight at the tip of the nose, but then you want to add a little bit on the bridge of the nose. Because that way when you add some on the bridge of the nose, like I don't know if you can tell, but it makes it look a lot more pinched. I normally don't do this, like I normally don't care because I don't mind my nose, but for the purpose of this video I'm doing it. Now at this point you have a shit ton of products on your face and your face probably feels very powdery and dry, and that's okay. It's okay, it'll be fine, because when you set your face with this product, everything will melt together and everything will look beautiful and everything will be okay. Your face won't feel dry anymore. Anyways, so I'm just gonna set my face with this. And like I said, like, I don't know what it is about this bottle. I don't know what's in it. I mean, I do know what's in it, but like still I don't know what's in it. But something about this setting spray makes all your makeup melt together. Like, I don't know if you've heard people say it on YouTube before about this, like it makes your makeup melt together. I thought that they were just BSing, but no, they were telling the truth. This is a bomb AF. So it's either this or the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray that you want to go with. This is like a cheaper alternative. I also like how this smells a lot more. And I also like how it sprays on a lot more, but I also really do like the Urban Decay All Nighter spray. So those are my two favorites. Anyways, now I'm going to finish off with my lip. The lip product that I'm going to be going in with is this NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick, and this is in the shade Soft Spoken. So let's see how this looks. I think that this liquid lipstick is a dupe for the Kat Von D liquid lipstick in the shade Lolita. I think that yeah, I think it's a dupe. I feel like this color reminds me a lot of that one. Alright, so this is basically it for the tutorial. I hope that my little talk through as to how eye cream contour helped in any way. I know that it definitely did take me a while to get the hang of it, and even now, like, I feel like I haven't perfected it yet. Like, I feel like I still have a lot more to learn, which I will. But yeah, so this is basically it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.